and welcome back to Dan's Montreal Beer Reviews. We've got another double IPA for today. So in this case we've got a beer from British Columbia, from Canada. This is the Head Double India Pale Ale. It's from the TREE Brewing Company from Kelowna, BC, and it's sort of the bigger brother of the Head IPA, which I've already reviewed. I wasn't a huge fan of that beer. It was, it was a decent American style IPA, but I just didn't find it that interesting. But apparently this is much more interesting. I would probably expect it to be, because it's 8.4% ABV. It's brewed with 5 different hop varieties, and it's a double IPA, so it should be more intense. What I'm expecting from this beer is definitely something more tasty and more complex than the regular Head. It's from the West Coast, so I'm expecting quite a big citrus hop bite there, and hopefully it's not going to be too boozy. I mean, it's only 8.4% ABV, so it's not that big of a beer for a double IPA anyway. I bought this in Toronto. I think it was about $6 or so for a bottle like this. I think it's a good deal. Alright, so having said all of that, I'm ready to review this beer and see how good this Head Double IPA is. Alright, so once again I'm going to use my snifter from DenisLD. Let's give it a pour. Well, first things first, it looks really beautiful. It's that kind of dark orange color, medium orange bordering on copper, slightly reddish in color. It's got a nice haze to it and a very kind of dense beige head. Let's check out the aroma. It smells good. I guess the smell might have faded away a little bit, but it's still the kind of juicy grapefruit, bit of orange, just a hint of maybe tropical fruit, quite a bit of butterscotch or caramel. So far this smells like the type of IPAs I prefer, double IPAs, that kind of fruity, juicy, hoppy thing. Alright guys, cheers. Wow, this is quite intense. Well, judging from the first few sips, this has already surpassed my expectations. It's very intense on the hop side. Basically gets slammed in the face with ripe kind of red ruby grapefruit, oranges, even a hint of pine there. Then comes a very intense kind of sharp bitterness with some sweetness, and the aftertaste is sort of zesty and bready at the same time. Interestingly enough, it's not too syrupy. It almost feels like a regular IPA as far as the density of the beer goes, but it certainly feels like a double IPA on the palate. Wow, this is a hot bomb. That's one thing for certain. Definitely tastes like a West Coast beer. I'm tasting alcohol just a little bit maybe, but so far the drinkability is very nice. Alright, let's see how this performs. I'll be back with my final words in a few moments. Alright guys, so I'm back with the Head Double IPA. Really good beer. That's what I'm going to say for sure. I think it's one of the closest beers from Canada to resemble the American counterparts, because I mean it's not too dark. I mean it's not one-dimensional, it's not all about the hops, but it's still not too malty, because Canadian IPAs tend to be a little darker and a little more malty, which I personally don't mind, but in this case it's a very nice American style beer. I went on the website of TREE Brewing Company, and actually this apparently is the January release, so I have a feeling this might be a little older than I thought it was. So I guess if this was bottled in January, February, whatever, early this year, this has held up really well, because it's still very hoppy, it's still intense on the palate, it still has that nice juicy citrus note, a little bit of passion fruit in the background probably, and it's still not too malty. So I mean this is a really good beer. I'm definitely going to give this a 9 out of 10. This is a little better than the Propeller Double IPA, much better than the Garrison Double IPA, and somewhere along the lines of the DenisLD Shaman. And they're just different. I mean this one is more West Coast, and I really like it for that. I mean 8.4% ABV, the drinkability is good. I mentioned in the beginning that you get a little bit of alcohol in the taste. After a while I actually stopped even noticing that, so it didn't get much boozier than that, and it's really good, it drinks well. I'm surprised that after a few months this beer is really hoppy still. So yeah, even though this beer has been discontinued for the season, I'm definitely looking forward to trying this again sometime in the future, and I'll seek out more of Tree Brewing's beers. So once again, 9 out of 10 for the Head Double IPA Pale Ale. I highly recommend this beer, I really do. Alright guys, 6 good beers. See you next time. As always, check out my other reviews. Check out my Facebook page at DM's Beer Reviews. Like this video if you like this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.